Never would have thought after about a year of not uploading any content that this would be the first video that gets onto YouTube. And yet here we are. What is up, guys? My name is MrJackTheRipoff. Yesterday, I put out a tweet calling out YouTube for a very specific ad that I saw on one of my videos while I was watching YouTube. Normally, I don't pay much attention to the ads on YouTube. A lot of them are usually just really dumb, clickbaity, idle game stuff that honestly I don't really care about. But this one was definitely a lot different than a vast majority of all the others I've ever had. Of course, a lot of the ads that I have received on YouTube, especially a lot of those like idle, like war games or whatever they are, tend to use a lot of sexually suggestive content in order to make it more enticing for specifically younger audiences to want to play the game. For the idea of like, ooh, attractive women. But this one actually took it a bit of a step further than that. And honestly, it was just way too inappropriate to actually ignore, which is why I recorded the ad and put it out onto Twitter, calling out YouTube. And it ended up blowing up a lot bigger than I thought that it would. A lot of you who may see this may not know me, may not know much about me. Primarily, when I was uploading regularly to YouTube, it was pretty much all just vlogs and video games. And now I haven't really uploaded to YouTube because I put a lot of my attention primarily onto Twitch. And I'm a much smaller channel, so I don't really have to worry much about demonetization or making sure that my videos are advert friendly because I don't get advertisements as it is. My channel isn't monetized. But I know that there are a lot of YouTubers out there who deal with the issue of monetization. If you happen to live under a rock, the main issue is that YouTube likes to really put their thumb over their creators and put a lot of pressure on them to put out content that they deem child safe, child friendly, advertiser friendly, whatever it may be. And it puts a lot of pressure onto creators to be able to put out content that will be deemed as such just so they can monetize their videos. And any kind of small slip up, you say the fuck word one time, and boom, you can possibly lose monetization for that video, and with little to no chance of getting monetization back unless someone actually reviews it manually and finally decides, no, it's fine. So, considering how hard pressed they are on their creators, you would think that overall on their platform, that they would be just as hard on every other aspect of it, i.e., the advertisements. So, the advertisement I posted yesterday on Twitter was basically one of those like Omegle slash Tinder type apps where it's supposed to be like meeting random people on your phone camera type thing. But the clip that they used for it was most definitely not of their own, and it definitely was not appropriate by YouTube standards to even be on there as an advertisement. Essentially, what we saw was an attractive young woman fondling herself, for lack of a better term. She was definitely groping herself inappropriately. You could definitely tell when her hands went to the bottom of the screen where it was cropped out. She was definitely doing some things that were not appropriate for a younger audience to see. And the fact that this was on YouTube as an advertisement, it really scares me as someone who has kids of his own. Now, before you all get into the whole argument of, oh, it's custom ads, it develops the ads based on your browser history, that only applies if you don't opt out of the Google custom ads, which I had been opted out for a long time, long before this ad even showed up on my feed. So basically, I was watching a video from a YouTuber named Wildcat. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the name. And pretty much all I ever watch on YouTube, especially now, is just all gaming. I used to watch like vlogs and things like that, but it's pretty much all gaming YouTube videos. Pretty much all I watch. So before that ad actually came up, it was really just a bunch of the usual like anime styled idle games, like the really cheesy, crappy animated advertisements that you see. So it really kind of threw me in for a loop when I saw that as the advertisement. I did a little bit of digging and I actually found out, and because of how big the tweet got yesterday, actually this reached the individual that is in that clip for that advertisement. So obviously, she is an adult entertainer and content creator. And basically, she confirmed what I had already thought. They took that video from her own channel on the site that she does her content on and completely took it without any permission or any consulting or anything. She had no idea that that content was even used, which, first of all, is a violation of her own rights to her own content. The fact that YouTube is so stupid when it comes to DMCA claims that you can make a false copyright claim and immediately have your video taken down like that. It's kind of ridiculous. And the fact that they allowed an advertisement that clearly ripped off the content from another individual without their consent and use it as promotion for their own app, it's yikes, YouTube. That's that's a big yikes, honestly. While I may not be personally affected by the shit that YouTube has put its creators through because I don't have my videos monetized. I don't even have a big enough channel to monetize my videos. I understand the aggravation that a lot of creators face because of this. And the fact that they have not moderated any of their advertisements at all is absolutely ridiculous. It's hypocritical. And honestly, like, shame on them. Shame on you, Susan, for allowing this to happen. Like, I get it. The ads are pushed through Google Ads. But guess what? Google owns YouTube. Like, is it really not that hard for a multi-billion-dollar company to hire some remote work at home individuals so that they have more human eyes to moderate these ads? If you're going to put so much pressure on creators for being kid friendly, you need to put some more pressure on yourself for being kid friendly. Or better yet, let the YouTubers fucking cuss every now and then. You have a YouTube Kids, and yet you want to put all this pressure of being kid friendly on the creators themselves, but you're not even checking yourself to make sure the advertisements that you're pushing onto videos that you deem monetizable are kid friendly. That's one of the reasons that honestly I've given up as a YouTube creator. Like, would I still like to upload videos every now and then? Absolutely. I still have plans to. I've actually got something in the works right now. But does this happening really make me like reeling to, get back into uploading content onto YouTube? Absolutely not. Because God forbid I actually make it to a point where I can monetize my videos, then I'm just one of the many content creators who are now under the pressure to make sure that they have monetizable content in order to even get paid for what I do. At this point, honestly, YouTube is just an absolute joke. And I'm definitely happy for one of the YouTubers that I do follow, Scarce. I'm sure you know who that is. Actually caught wind of the tweet and decided to post about it in his most recent video. I can absolutely throw the link down in the video below. It's a small segment, but it starts at about 15 minutes, and yeah, it definitely surprised him because I mean it was straight up softcore porn that we were seeing. And as someone, like I said before, who is a parent, who has a child, who does get on YouTube every now and then for science how tos, like build it your build it at build it yourself at home type, like construction stuff, and things like that. Like, what are the chances that randomly one of these ads show up on his feed? It scares me as a father. How am I going to explain that to him? Because that's another thing about these ads. A majority of these really weird, really poorly put together advertisements that you see tend to be scams. And in order to make sure that they get more demographics to actually see their ads, they will mistag their advertisements to match alongside those of, like, what people see on a regular basis. And so they trick the Google ads algorithm basically, and their ads get pushed out onto the most random of videos. Like, it boggles my mind how a multi-billion dollar company like Google can still fuck up this badly. Like, my God. But that's pretty much all of the rant that I really have, honestly. I just wanted to give a little more information on the reason that I put the video up on Twitter and called out YouTube. Again, thank you to Scarce for finding the tweet and the fact that it was actually seen and there was attention brought to it, as well as the attention that is still going to it right now. Uh, it definitely makes me happy to see that the word is actually spreading. Um, so just, do what you can, guys. If you do see an ad that is sexually explicit or sexually suggestive, then obviously report the ad. And honestly, just continue to call out YouTube, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, whatever other social media handles YouTube has, call them out on it. That's really the only option I see right now until they actually decide to fix something for once. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone who came in to watch this. I do appreciate a lot of the support on the tweet that I made. It definitely goes to show that there are a lot of people who agree with this. And even in the responses themselves, a lot of people actually came out with their own screenshots of other very questionable ads. A lot of them, the thumbnail alone would probably get this video taken down if I were to post it. Not going to do a lot of editing on this video. You've probably seen some jump cuts already, but that's going to be the majority of it because I really just wanted to get this out and with a better explanation as to why I put the tweet out there and everything. So thank you everyone for watching. If you are into gaming, I do game a lot, primarily on Twitch. That is my main content channel at the moment. So if you would like to give a follow or you check it out and you think I'm worth your time, then and you want to drop a follow, that'd be awesome. No pressure to do so or anything, because this isn't really what what this video is about. But yeah, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your kids if you have them, and just stay vigilant when you're on YouTube because the corporation that runs YouTube just obviously doesn't give a shit about any of us. So it's our job to give a shit about ourselves. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully a little lighter in conversation than this one. See ya.